morning, children. How are you, children? I hope all of you are fine. Today, class for fifth class. Children, we are discussing about the third chapter, Animal Kingdom. In that one, we are discussing about that one lifestyles of the living organisms. So, first of all, we are successfully complete about the feeding in different type of organisms. Okay, we successfully completed what the feeding in different type of organisms. Now we are discussing about that one the breathing process in that animals. Now we are discussing what the breathing process in that one animals. Okay, you know breathing means nothing but the process in which the animals intake the oxygen and gives means nothing but release carbon dioxide. Okay, so this process is called as breathing process. Okay, so why the breathing process? So breathing also called as nothing but a respiration process. Why the breathing process is essential for the animals? You know that when animals need to breathe oxygen to release energy. Okay, animals need to breathe oxygen to release the energy. So normally during the breathing the animals take the oxygen and gives the carbon dioxide outside. So why the animals need oxygen? So whatever it may be, the oxygen we breathe that burns the food within our body to release the energy to perform various type of activities. So in our daily life we can perform so many type of activities such as walking, running, talking, uh, lifting the objects, driving, even writing. To perform any activities we need energy. Without energy we can't perform any work in our daily life. So how do we get energy? So to get energy we eat the food, but how the food is converted in the form of energy? But how the food is converted as in the form of energy? So when we breathe in oxygen, so in the presence of oxygen within our body, the food burns and release the energy to perform various type of activities. To perform various type of activity. So that's why during the breathing process, the animals breathe in the oxygen gas and release the carbon dioxide gas. So we observe different type of breathing system in different type of living organism. So let us discuss about the different type of breathing system in different type of organisms. So you know that one upon the land surface, uh, most of the living organisms live. So the living organisms that lives on the land surface are called as the terrestrial animals. The living organisms that lives on the land surface are called as the terrestrial organisms. So example for that one, terrestrial animals are nothing but mammals. Mammals means nothing but the animals which mm, give milk and feed their babies are called as mammals. Okay, mammals means nothing but what the animals which gives milk and feed their babies are called as mammals. Example, we observe that one cows, buffaloes, deer, tiger, lion, elephant, etc. And birds also come under that one terrestrial animals only. And reptile means nothing but those animals are crawl on the land surface, means నేలపై పాకే జీవులను రెప్టైల్స్ అంటారు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ స్నేక్స్, క్రొకడైల్ ఎట్సెట్రా. We observe that one. And amphibians means nothing but the animals which lives on the land surface as well as in the water are called as amphibians. Okay, the animals that lives on the land surface as well as in the water are called as amphibians. For example, frog and salamander. Okay, what are frog and salamander? So in the land animals like mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians. So how the breathing process takes place? So this land animals have a special type of organ called as lungs. What? Lungs. In Telugu language, lungs means nothing but ఊపిరితిత్తులు. With the help of lungs, uh, all these land animals breathe. Means nothing but mammals means cows, buffaloes, tiger, lion. All these organisms have lungs to um, breathe oxygen. Not only that one, birds such as the hen and peacock, eagle, crow, cuckoo, all this type of birds also have lungs to breathe the oxygen. And reptile means nothing but snakes, crocodiles, and lizards also have lungs to breathe the oxygen. Not only that, one amphibians such as the frogs, salamander also have lungs to breathe the oxygen. So how they get the oxygen? All these animals get the oxygen from the air only. Okay, all these animals get the oxygen from the air only. So first of all these animals take oxygen through their nose, అంటే ముక్కు ద్వారా శ్వాసిస్తాయి. Which animals? All these terrestrial animals. So the human beings also have nose to breathe. And animals like cows, buffalo, sheep, lion, tiger also have nose. And birds also have very teeny nose. Means nothing but nostrils we observe. With the help of that one, they can breathe. So how this oxygen gas reaches to the lungs. So all these animals have windpipe, means nothing but trachea. All these animals have trachea, means nothing but windpipe to connect the lungs. So first of all, we breathe through the nose, then the oxygen gas passes to the trachea or windpipe, then finally enter into that one lungs. So normally in the living organisms we observe that when especially in the human beings a pair of lungs are present. Okay, pair means two. So normally these lungs are spongy in nature. Normally the lungs are spongy in nature, and lungs are richly supplied with the blood. Means nothing but our heart continuously supply the blood to the lungs. So huge amount of oxygen gas is stored in the lungs, and from the lungs oxygen gas is absorbed into the blood. Means oxygen vayu అనేది రక్తంలోకి వెళ్తుంది, and immediately means carbon dioxide gas is passes through the nose. Means nothing but we release the carbon dioxide gas through our nose. So in this process, so in this way the breathing process would taking place in the land animal. In this way the breathing process would be taking place in that one land animals. Okay, animals intake oxygen and release carbon dioxide out. So this process is called as breathing process. So in land animals such as that one mammals, birds, reptile, amphibians, they have specialized organs to breathe in oxygen. This specialized organ called as lungs. First of all, these all living organisms breathe through the nose, then the oxygen gas pass through the windpipe or trachea. Finally the oxygen gas is reaches to the lungs. Normally the lungs are spongy in nature, and the blood is continuously supplied to the lungs by the heart. Finally, the oxygen gas is absorbed by the blood, and carbon dioxide is released from our nose. In this way, the bracing process would be taking place in all these animals. Okay, in this way, the breathing process would be taking place all these animals. So, in human beings also breathe through the which organs? Lungs. So, buffaloes means all mammals means buffaloes, cows, sheep, goats also have which organ to breathe? Lungs. All these animals also have which organ to breathe? Lungs. And that one that one which organ means snakes, crocodile, lizards also have lungs to breathe. And not only that one, frogs and salamander also have lungs to breathe. So this is about that one how the land animals breathe. Let us discuss about that one how that one aquatic animals means. Aquatic animals means nothing but the living organisms that lives in the water are called as nothing but aquatic animals. Okay, aquatic animals means what? The living organisms that lives in the water are called as aquatic animals. So example for that one aquatic animals are fishes. Fish, prawns, crabs, pitalu, royalu, oysters, and some snails means nattalu. All these are breathed through the gills. What? Gills means nothing but moppalu. So, aquatic animals such as the fishes, prawns, crabs, and some type of snails are breathed through the gills. Gills means nothing but moppalu. So, normally, we observe that one the fishes are continuously opens their mouth. So, at the time the water is entered, so finally, the water is passed through the gills, and the gills absorbs the oxygen from the water, and finally, the oxygen is transported to the blood, and the blood is supplied to the various type of body parts in these animals. So in aquatic animals, how does that breathing process would be taking place? Means nothing but they have specialized organ, nothing but gills. What? Gills. Aquatic animals such as fish, prawns, and crabs, and some type of snails have gills to carry out that breathing process. And the fish takes water through their mouth. The water passes out through the gills, and immediately the oxygen is absorbed by the blood of the blood vessels in the gills, and the oxygen gas is transported to the all body parts. So in aquatic animals, the breathing process would be taking place through the gills. Next, so in this way we observe that one the breathing process in that one land animals, and the breathing process in that one what? Aquatic animals. So in the land animals, they breathe through the lungs, and that one aquatic animals, the breathing process would takes place through the gills. And you know that one some of the single cell organisms also exist in the nature. So normally they are so small to observe through the normal eyesight. మనం గమనించలేము, చాలా చిన్నవిగా ఉంటాయి. నార్మల్లీ వీ కెన్ సీ ఇన్ దెమ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ మైక్రోస్కోప్ ఓన్లీ. సో in that teeny organisms also the breathing process would be carried out. So for example in amoeba, so how does the breathing process would be carried out in the amoeba? So in amoeba, the breathing process would be carried out by the body surface. Means nothing but the amoeba is made up of single cell only. Any organs and tissues are not present. Ante very specialized nose, lungs, gills like organs we didn't observe. They are very small. They are made up of single cell. So the body surface only means absorbs the oxygen. So in amoeba, so the oxygen would be absorbed through the body surface. You know that when children about the earthworm. So earthworms are also one type of living organisms. సో వి అబ్జర్వ్ ద ఎర్త్ వామ్స్ ఇన్ ద మాయిస్ట్ సాయిల్, మేము తడిగా ఉన్న నేలల్లో మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్పెషాలిటీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఎర్త్ వామ్స్? సో ఇన్ దట్ ఎర్త్ వామ్స్ ఆల్సో the breathing process would be carried out through the skin. So through the skin, the oxygen would be absorbed by the earthworm. So when we carefully observe the earthworm, the skin of the earthworm is always moist. Moist means nothing but tadi tadiga untundi. And not only that one, we observe that one very means jelly like substances entirely covered the skin part of that one earthworms, that helps the earthworm to keep the skin always moist. Because of the presence of this moist skin, the earthworm breathe through the skin. Earthworm breathe through the skins. So not only the earthworm breathe through the skin, but frogs also breathe through the skin. But we discussed that one, the frog also breathe through the lungs. But when it is present in the land surface, it breathe through the lungs. Now as well as it breathe through the skin also. Which one? The frog also breathe through the skin. Means nothing but in certain organism we observe that one, the breathing process would be carried out in different ways. For example, in frogs it will breathe through the lungs as well as what, through the skin part. So in our surrounding we observe that one, a different type of insects, means nothing but కీటకాలు. So such as the cockroach, means బొద్దింకలు, means are జల్ల పురుగులు, as grasshopper means nothing but children గడ్డి చిలుకలు. So all these, so the breathing process also carried out in these organisms also. Okay, the breathing process also carried out in these organisms also. But how this breathing process would be carried out in these insects? So insects breathe through the small holes called as spiracles. So when we carefully observe the body surface of the insects, they have very small holes. The small holes of the insects are called as nothing but spiracles. Okay, when we carefully observe the body surface of the insects, they have very small holes. The small holes are called as nothing but spiracles. With the help of spiracles, the insect breathe. So all these spiracles means ఇవి చిన్న చిన్న రంధ్రాలు means attached to each other and finally form a long air tube is called as nothing but trachea. So normally they pass, this trachea will pass to each and every tissue of the body. Blood of the insect doesn't have hemoglobin. Okay, normally in human beings, in other animals, what is the color of the blood? Red. So why the blood will appear in red color? Because of the presence of red color pigment called as hemoglobin. Because of the presence of red color pigment hemoglobin, the blood will be appear in red in color. But in cockroaches, in insects, we observe that the hemoglobin is completely absent. So that's why the blood is not red in the insects. So and what happened means nothing but the insects have body muscles. When the body muscles of the insects are contracts, immediately the oxygen is pumped to the air tube, means nothing but trachea and whole body. So exchange of gases takes place in the tissues, and carbon dioxide is eliminated from the outside the body. So in grasshopper, okay, and butterfly and cockroaches, we observe that one spiracles and trachea to breathe out. So insects are breathe through small pores called as spiracles, so and trachea. So in insects, hemoglobin pigment is completely absent. So that's why the blood will not appear in red color. So the blood means oxygen is transported when the muscles of the insects are contracted. Next, children, whales means nothing but timingalam and dolphins are also mammals, but they are living in water. So though they are living in water, they breathe through the lungs. ఈ తిమింగలాలు డాల్ఫిన్స్ కూడా ఊపిరితిత్తుల ద్వారా శ్వాసిస్తాయి. హౌ మీన్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ దే ఫ్రీక్వెంట్లీ కమ్మింగ్ అవుట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది వాటర్ అండ్ బ్రెత్ ద ఆక్సిజన్. ఇన్ దిస్ వే we observed the breathing process in that one different type of organisms. So whales, dolphins also breathe through the lungs. Okay, thank you children.